y'all! Today's video we are going to be talking about the top 10 blushes in my collection, but I did want to update y'all on some items I've been using and what I'm kind of thinking about them. So first off, the Maybelline New York Super Fluff Brow Mousse. I think it holds my brows pretty well. I think the color is very spot on, so I'm not upset about that. I think it's a little messy. Personally, I think it's a little messy, but it's an easy cleanup, so it's not bad. It might just be because it's a full product, so sometimes a lot more product comes out when you first start using stuff. So that might just be the issue here, but I've been liking that so far. And Laura Lee Los Angeles is shutting down. You might have seen that in my last video. I did buy some new brushes from her because they were at such a good price, and I like these. So this is a big fluffy powder brush, and this is a contour brush, or yeah, contour brush. And I like both of these. I've been using this as for my contour lately, and I feel like it's been putting contour on pretty well. And the powder brush, I like how soft it is. I like how it's not super dense, so it just distributes the powder a lot better. And then this I don't really have much to say because what else can I say about products like this? This is the Super Shock the Super Shock highlighter in Winter Wonder from the Frosty the Snowman collection. Packaging super cute. It's the Super Shock formula. It's pretty good. It's one of my favorite highlighter formulas, which I will be coming out with my top 10 highlighters, so stay tuned for that. But this is pretty good. I mean, it's a Super Shock highlighter. Unless they change the formula on me, this is pretty cute. Good icy white highlighter. Nothing to complain about. But today is not about the highlighters. Today is about the blushes. So I have my top 10 blushes over here that I love, that I reach for a little bit more than others. These are just some of the ones that are my absolute favorites, and I wanted to share with y'all. So let us get started. They are a cream, but then the first blush I wanted to talk about was Colourpop's, okay, let's put it forward. Colourpop's Instant Crush cream blushes. So they go on as a cream, but they finish as a matte. I like this a lot, especially this color. This is from the Pokemon X Colourpop collection. And this is the color. It's called Metronome. And it's just this beautiful pinky color. I personally love pinks like this. I like how the formula does go as a cream, but does dry down in that matte kind of almost powder-like formula. It is so cute on my face. They do go off a little light, so if you are a little bit more melanated than I am, do be aware of that these lighter colors are just not going to show up as easily as maybe a darker color. So if you're looking into the Instant Crush cream blushes, I definitely would look at a deeper color than this one right here. They did come out with a red and a purple. I think the purple would look very beautiful on deep tones, and I'm sure there's plenty more colors. But this is just the one from the Pokemon collection that I have. It's pretty, it's good. I like the formula. This is on my top tier list. Next, you know what, I'm gonna get this brand out of the way. Colourpop, again, but this is their Flirt Alert pressed powder blushes. The color is Flirt Alert. And as much as I don't like the packaging because it's a little hard to open, I also love the packaging because it's this cutie little heart. And this is a good like brownie pink nude color. I definitely like this one because look, that is such a natural color for my face, but they did come out in a bunch of different colors. I think they have reformulated and made them a cream blush now. And I've heard the packaging's easier to get open, so lucky on y'all. But these are just such a good powder blush formula. I feel like it just shows up so faintly, but you can build it if you would like. I'm wearing it today, and it's just a neutral, natural, very easy to use blush that just gives you a good flush of color without going, you know, balls to the walls crazy on the color. So this is one of my absolute favorites. And then this is also a cream product, but it is the Blush Stix formula. So this one is in Mini Me. I saw this on Instagram and this girl had it on, and it's this beautiful watermelon kind of color, pinky watermelon kind of color. I think it is beautiful. This one definitely doesn't dry down to be more of a matte finish. It definitely has a little bit more of that glow to it, that almost like dewy softness. But I love how it looks on the face. I feel like it stays on my face even after powdering. I feel like it's such a hard thing to find, is a cream blush that will stay on your face after you've powdered. But I think it's such a cute, warm, like fun summer color, like maybe springy color. And I think the formula is great. I feel like Colourpop kills it with their blushes, and those are just 3 good examples. But we will move on. We will move on. I promise there are more than just Colourpop blushes on this. And one that kind of surprised me was the Benefit blushes. I have one in Willa and Terra Spark. Very different colors, to be quite honest, but I feel like this formula is just so soft, like soft to the touch, but they are so pigmented. Like you definitely don't need to go in very hard with these because the payoff is just bam. Like that is just one swipe of those blushes. They are definitely some of my favorite in my collection. They almost aren't quite matte. They do have like a slight sheen to them, but they're not dewy. And if you like a pigmented blush, these are not gonna disappoint. I feel like there's so much product in these, even though like this one is so small, but I feel like I've been using it forever and it's still not down. And then of course the big one has like a bunch of product. But I think the packaging is also kind of cute. I like this cardboard packaging that they come in, but this is definitely a one swipe and you're done kind of blush. It's not very, it goes on a little strong, but you can dampen it down with powder. Like you're not gonna be stuck with clown cheeks if you don't want them. I think these are great, and well, obviously, because they're on my top 10. What am I saying? But I think these would give a beautiful look on just about in a range of skin tones, because Terra Spark is pretty, it looks pretty deep. Whereas even Willa is very pigmented. I still would recommend this one to someone with a little bit deeper skin tone, but very cute, and I feel like they're a lot more inclusive than the Instant Crush. These were my favorite of 2024, and this would be my 5th blush. These are the Nars. So I have one in DEEP Throat, and then I have one in Impassioned. Cool. I kind of wish they had just, you know, named them all YouTube friendly names. Now this is also a company I feel like makes a wide variety of colors. This is Deep, and this one is Impassioned. Impassioned is a beautiful natural color on very fair skin tones, where I feel like Deep can go on quite a few skin tones, maybe not deep, and maybe has a hard time on medium, but definitely fair to light, possibly medium, depending on where you are in that spectrum. These do not show up super pigmented, but they are buildable, and I do like that. Compared to the Benefit ones are super pigmented, but can be sheared down. These are the ones you're gonna have to build up, but I think they give such a beautiful finish when they're done. This one's a little bit more matte finish, while this one has a sheen to it, but they both just look beautiful on the skin. I think these have a wide range of colors. So you can get not only light skin tones, but medium, dark, deep, and they come in a bunch of finishes, and they're now talc free. This one I don't think is talc free, but this one is talc free because they're both different packaging. And I bought this one after they did the reformulation compared to this one where I bought it before the reformulation. So if you are looking for something talc free, the Nars blushes are talc free. And I think they give just a beautiful look, so give them a try. All right, number 6, this is a new love, but these are the Westman Atelier blushes. They're the Baby Cheeks blush sticks, and this one's in Dodo, D-O-U-D-O-U. But I'm just gonna show you the color. These are pigmented. Like, this is gonna show up. And I feel like this is such a beautiful color. It's easy application. I like that it comes in a smaller stick so I could try it before I really invested in a bigger one. But I feel like the formula is so smooth. It's not quite matte on the skin. Like, it's got a little bit of a sheen to it. The color is so rich and beautiful. Even like just blending it out on my skin, it is showing up so well. I like the compact packaging of it. Honestly, I'm kind of sold. I thought it was overrated, but the Westman Atelier has a nice formula that'll blend out on your skin and leaves an impact. Usually with high-end, I feel like a lot of them don't focus on pigment, and this one does. So I'm impressed. I was impressed. I like this color. I like this formula. New in the group. This one is also kind of new to the group, but it's so pretty. And I hate to admit that they are so pretty, but they are so pretty. These are the Charlotte Tilbury Matte Beauty blush wands. I like a good matte blush, and this is such a beautiful color. My color is in Dream Pop, and honestly, I kind of bought it because it was a Victoria's Secret kind of color, like blush color, the models. Now, it does have the little sponge, which I'm not a huge fan of. But also, if you are having problems with your blush, remember, you gotta unlock it. So I'm just gonna swipe a little bit on there, and then you lock it back, and then you put the cap on, because that's how you get leakage. But I like that this is just a nice matte formula. You do not need a lot of this. A lot goes a long way, but if you really feel like you need more, then you can do it. I like that this is not a true red, but it's like a pinky red. It's very angelic, very like cutesy. I think this would be perfect for Valentine's Day, in my personal opinion, but this is such a good blush, and I feel like this will just last me forever, just by how little I need to use to get payoff. The Charlotte Tilbury blushes, I hate to admit it, but they're good. I hate that they're good because I want to recommend other things, but they're good. Next is for my international people, especially in Europe. This is the Belle Hypoallergenic Liquid Blush. There is no color on here, but this is what it looks like. This is the packaging. And this is also one of those liquid blushes. You do not need a ton to get payoff. I also like this as a more like summer color, because I feel like it's very like peachy, warm, summer vibes. But I think this is such a cute color, and it just warms up that face during the summer. I feel like this is just not the color for winter, but in the summer, this looks beautiful. And like I said, you don't need a ton. I put a very small dot, and it's like everywhere. And it does give that like nice dewy sheen to the face, which a lot of people like. And I feel like it doesn't disappear when you put powder on. So definitely give those a go. I would also recommend the bronzers. The bronzers are also pretty good, except my only issue is my sister couldn't find them in a bunch of different shades. So that is my only concern with that, is it may not have the best range. All right, so the next blush, we're going into K-beauty realms here, and that is the 3CE Styleanda Nude Peach blush. I like this one because it is light. So it's not gonna be the most pigmented, bright blush you're ever gonna see. But what I like about it the most is that it's pretty much my skin color. It's got like a little bit of color to it. Like you can kind of see that there is color to it, but it's very almost skin tone looking. And I like that on those days where a bright pink blush is not gonna work, a bright red blush, mauve, whatever. When I just need a little color to the face, but I don't need like a popping bright blush. I just need some color there. This is perfect. I find that this just adds the lightest flush of color without being the star of the show. And I think it goes well with looks that I feel like don't really go with those brighter colored blushes. Like, yeah, I can use the pink one with the brown, the Colourpop heart ones, but I feel like that's still too much pigment, and I feel like this one is perfect. It just adds a little bit of color without being like bam in your face that there's actually color on your face. I like it for those kinds of looks. Kind of more gothy looks where I'm not looking to have bright blush. This is perfect. And it goes on light, so you can build it up if you like. And they're super soft. They do come in other colors. It's just I wanted something that was like a blush, but not a blush. Not quite contour, but you know, something to fill in that space. So it wasn't just contour and then highlighter, that there was like a little flush of something in between. And this is what I go to. And I love it for that reason. And it's not super expensive. Like my Benefit ones and the Charlotte Tilbury Westman Atelier, they cost a little bit of money. But this and my Colourpop ones were super affordable. And that's why I like them a lot. So try out Korean blushes if you're looking for that kind of color, because I feel like in American blushes, I very rarely find a color like this. Like, because it looks peachy, but it's very nude on the face. And I feel like it's really hard to find just a nude blush, not pink, purple, mauve, whatever, nude. And I feel like Korean brands do a really good job of it. And then my final one, which I cannot believe I'm saying, but I have to admit, I do like it. I do like it a lot, because I'm usually not a fan of this brand, but it does make a good blush. They did do well on this. And there's a couple other things I want to try from them, and I hate to admit that there's other things I want to try from them, but they did something good. They did. And that is the Too Faced Cloud Crush Blurring Blushes. Now, I have mine in Golden Hour. I don't think these are super blurring, to be quite honest, but I personally just love the color and the slight sheen it gives. So this is the color. It's very spring, summery color. It's very beautiful. First off, the packaging is cute. Now, do I hate this little clasp right here? Yes, I do. But the color is gorgeous. I feel like it goes with those spring and summer looks. It has a very interesting smell. I will admit it does have that smell like Too Faced usually has, but I feel like the formula is good. I feel it goes on my face well. I feel like it's soft. It's not very hard, but it doesn't do a lot of kick up. And that's a big worry is sometimes with people is that kick up is an issue, but kick up's not an issue with this, even though it is very soft. I personally like this formula, and I think they did an absolutely great job with it. As much as it pains me to say it, it does. It was a good product, and I kind of now want to try more because I have tried this and have enjoyed it. And that is all 10 of my favorite blushes in my collection. So tell me, what are some of your favorite blushes? Is there any particular blush you lean towards, like powder, cream, liquid? Please let me know. I am always looking for new recommendations, and I enjoy hearing from y'all. All right, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment to keep up with the channel. I really appreciate it. And make sure you follow me on Instagram. I am at CAPT_IVATING_makeup. That is captivating makeup with 2 underscores. All right. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.